Hello, everyone, and abroad, hola. So, I'm Cristo. I'm the Director of Research for the College of Science and Liberal Arts at NJIT. 99% of the people ask me, so what do you do? Because there's basically three things that come to mind when you hear research. So let's start with basics. What is research? Anyone? Simple question. When you think of research, what is the first thing that pops to your mind? Things that mad scientists do. Or it's alive. Or, for the younger, is now you have to be super smart. I don't do research. On my group of students, we have A+ students, and then the ones that are interested in research. And if you happen to be a female or a minority, what are you doing? How dare you think that you can be a researcher? You shouldn't be. And it goes down and down and down. Well, that has been said to our 8-year-old kids across the country. How discouraging. Now, is it true? No, it's not. You don't do research until you get to college? No, it's not. Cristo, believe me, I don't know nothing about research. Every one of you that is under 20 years have been doing research for the last 12 years without you even knowing it. Because we live on an interface of research. It's really simple. When you go to your cell phone and trying to pick up an app, you're doing research. When you try to buy a car, you're doing research. When you're cooking, you're doing research. Cooking is research? Yes. Cooking is chemistry. Eventually, you know if I put one extra egg, it's going to be bad. Eventually, I learned that you cannot boil water forever. You actually can burn water. But eventually, you want to make the best informed decision. All of these things that we see like a star ranking system, simple, YouTube. If we Google whatever word, and there's 20 videos for you to choose, how do you choose the best video for you? Through simple research. What is what we do? I'm going to go buy, I don't know, a case for my cell phone. I Google cases, see the things, and I do the first basic layer of research. What other people have said about this? Which one has the most review? Which one has the best price? Now I start to make comparisons. Which ones, according to these brands that make the better brands, are better positioned? Which one is the one that I'm more interested? And now when I get to final two options, I haven't thought that I am already doing a business regression analysis of 24/7 categories that is super complex to do. Bring that to a business decision on an everyday, and that's research. What I'm going to work? Why I don't do research? Now I go to whomever offers me a job. Why? So you can be miserable in a place that you didn't research that you are going to be miserable by working at? How do you select the college? The one that calls me back? No. The one that you want to be in. The one that talks the best to you. The one that inspires you. The same is true for jobs. 5 people come to get a job. All of them have exactly the same wonderful grades. Who do I pick the best? Oh, I'm going to read the resumes. You'll be surprised how late into the process of approving someone actually a human being reads a resume. But if I sit there, well, he is volunteering these things, he is doing all of this association, he has done all of these extra commitment activities, is involved with the society, and on top of that, it turns out that he has done research. And he says, it's right there. What research experience do you have? Well, I was in NJIT and I did 3 summers of research that led to a paid position as a research assistant. So yes, this other student and myself, we have exactly the same qualifications. But I'm already been doing research. Oh, and by the way, I've been doing research, solving problems of your company because I did my internship with your company. And that solution that was brought to you by 5 students that totally changed the form of AT&T in this area was because of 3 students from NJIT last year that were sitting here like you without knowing what to do. And someone was happy enough to cross their path and say, you know that thing that you're trying to solve is something that a company needs an answer for? they'll pay for that. They'll pay you $3,000 for 2 months of work for you to solve that problem. And those students came with that solution. How many students are doing that here, Cristo? Well, we started 3 years ago with only 40. Last semester, we're over 250. You can be doing that research. They actually pay you to do research in the summer. I prefer to go and play video games, Cristo. What are you talking about? Well, video games is also research. No, it's not. Yes, it is. What character are you going to pick? How you can improve the character? What are the best set of skills that you're going to have? Now you're going to tell me that Pokemon Go is research? Yes, it's full of advanced research. Because you got to catch them all. No, not all of them. There's some Pokemons that are better than others. When you're attacking one gym, you know that there's certain possibilities for you to destroy that gym if you're playing with a red guy, because his vulnerabilities are to this and this other attack, that when you're talking about video games, you know that what I'm talking about. And then you're like, oh yeah, I know that. Simple questions, basic research questions on Pokemon Go. If I throw a ball straight, it's better than if I throw a curveball. Gosh, that's research. Now, why no one is doing research? Because someone lied to you, and the problem is you believe them. I'm not smart. I'm not a researcher. That's a lie. You've been doing research on an average for the last 10 years. The moment that you decide that you want to buy a video game, that you want to buy clothes, does anyone here of the guys have that beautiful experience in when you go to play a video game and a female destroy you in levels that you were not even acknowledged, like aware that a female can do? I have. But girls cannot play video games. Girls cannot code. Females are terrible at doing research. Now they're way better. Their brain is geared different, guys. You know that. Every time a guy has go into Call of Duty, there's 8 guys, and all of a sudden 6 die. The other 2 know there's a female here. There's a female. It has to be a female. They don't know how, but they know, because all of a sudden they say like 1, 2, 3, double kill, killing spree. All of the guys are like, get together. There's a female here. And what that female did to get a combative advantage versus the Call of Duty guys, did research. She knows by memory the map. She knows what all the high points. She knows how to kill 3 guys because she knows by memory where they're going to appear. And she has memorized that. She literally knows, oh, they're all together behind that thing. I'm going to wait 1, 2, 3, bomb. And the guys are still trying to figure out how that happened. I already pinpoint 2 females that are laughing because they have done that. They look at me and they're like, yeah, I remember doing that, right? Because it happened. But that is not research. Yes, it is research. So when someone tells you you cannot do research, just don't believe it. We've been doing research on a daily basis. When you help your grandma, that's how you start doing research. My grandma wanted me to teach me how to cook certain things that are like really hard for my family to do. And I love spending time with my grandma, so I help her. And she showed me a recipe book. Years later, I understood that recipe book that has been passing from generations through generations through generation, it was just all of the cumulative knowledge of the research that thousands of generations of females in my family had put together to help others eat better. And that is research. So how can research change your life? It has already done it. You just need to be aware that it has affected you in ways that are more profound than what you can even experience it. How can that help you to get a job? Leadership, experience. It's different when you go to talk to, well, I learned the theory about how to do this, that when you go to say, well, I've been doing that physically for the last 3 months, and I still have errors, but I have the experience of those errors. How many times you have that error? Well, just 1,829. And what is the next thing after you fail 1,800 times? Well, I created a light bulb. Now, is that why he was a genius? Because he created the light bulb after failing that many times? No, the real genius is that he patented every single one of his mistakes. and all of those patents for how to create all of those light bulbs, he knew all of those years ago, no one can create that type of light. But now with the new technology that we have, it turns out that 3 of the first patents that were rejected back then are changing the way we produce electricity. And who told him that? Yes, the 2 females that were next to him, that history won't recognize them. But if you just walk not too far away from here, you will see the house of Thomas Edison, in which they still have the impact that females have on research on that little compound that changed the entire face of New Jersey. And they're not mad scientists. They just went one day to ask for a job and say, please, let me help you change the world. That's what research does. So how are you going to go and change the world? I don't know, but I'm just here to help you, because as director of research, it's my job to help researchers achieve their dreams. Thank you.